Good morning, I'm Regine Francois. I'm the Executive Director at the Maryland Professionalism Center. The Maryland Professionalism Center is a satellite office of the Court of Appeals. We coordinate and promote all civility and professionalism activity for attorneys and judges in the state of Maryland. Today I'm here to talk to you about 10 tips to navigate the professional roadmap to success. As you know, as an attorney, we are required to be professional, and Webster describes being professional or professionalism as the skill, good judgment, and polite behavior that is expected from a person who is trained to do a job well. As attorneys, we are trained to provide advocacy and to do a great job. So as a professional, there are certain tips that I would recommend that you follow. Here are my tips. Emails. I know every day we get thousands of emails or hundreds of them. One of the tips that I say is respond to all of your emails within 24 hours. Make sure that you spell check. There's nothing more awful than receiving an email with spelling errors. And keep your emails brief. No one wants to read a 3 to 4 page email. It's very important to put the topic sentence or the key and important facts at the beginning of the email and to keep it brief. Tip number 2, telephone calls. We get a lot of them throughout the day. It's absolutely important to be courteous, to listen to the caller, and if you miss the call, to return it. My policy is to return all phone calls within 24 hours. It shows that you're professional. It shows that you're on top of the activities. It shows the client that you're not overwhelmed. So that's tip number 2. Number 3, follow through and calendar. As an attorney, it is vital that you don't miss meetings, that you don't miss court appointments, and that you don't miss anything that you volunteered or that you decided to take your time to do. So it's important that you follow through. One, if you say you're going to do it, you must do it, and or you must alert the person if you're not able to do it, and it needs to be an extenuating circumstance. And or if you say you're going to do it, put it on your calendar so that you don't forget, so you don't have a no-show. Nothing says unprofessionalism or unprofessional than a no-show. The other tip is tip number 4, volunteer. It's really important that you volunteer in your community. It helps you to get to know the folks that you are working for, the folks that are potentially your clients, the other attorneys that are in your field and or your practice area. It will totally help you in terms of your success as an attorney. Tip number 5, write thank you cards. And not thank you cards only at the time of an interview or a job promotion. Write thank you cards. Someone's done something great for you or someone's done something nice for you. Don't take it for granted. Everyone appreciates a thank you card, and handwritten ones are the best. Emails are great, but handwritten thank you cards are also a great tip to be viewed as a professional. Number 6, be on time. There's a saying, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you are late, it's totally unacceptable. Be at least 15 minutes on time. It's better that you're waiting for the meeting than for the meeting to be waiting on you. There's nothing worse if you're late for a court appearance, if you're late for a mediation, if you're late for a client. It shows the other person that you do not value their time and or that you're not professional and you do not value your time. Tip number 7, participate in bar activities. I can't say enough about this. Bar activities, whether it is a local, specialty, or the larger bar, really enrich your practice and your reputation in the community. It's really great to learn from other colleagues, whether you've joined a section which is particular to your area or you're been appointed to a committee. Make sure that you participate in some sort of activity so that you get to learn who your colleagues are. Another tip number 8 is have a mentor. A mentor is somebody, it doesn't have to be somebody who is older than you. It has to be somebody that can bring value to your practice area and or your life as an attorney. I always say it's always great to have at least 2 mentors. You can have one for your personal life and you can have one for your professional life. But you definitely should have a mentor who can guide you, in your professional endeavors. Specifically, it would be great to have somebody who practices in the same area, but even if that person does not practice in the area, for example, if you're a solo practitioner, it would be great if you have somebody else who's a solo practitioner to mentor you, if you have a question about a particular subject that came up or matter. It's mentoring and having a mentor would be really helpful to your roadmap to success. Number 9, make deadlines. And what I mean by that is not just turning in your motion to dismiss on time or making sure that you follow through with the client when you said you were going to do at the specific deadline, but don't get into the habit of asking for more time. No one is entitled to more time. More time is a discretion. So make sure that you put it on your calendar and that you make the deadline. Turn it in at least one day early so you're not late for the deadline. Number 9, be accountable. If you make a mistake, own up to it, fix it, tell the client, follow the rules pursuant to the Maryland rules or whatever rules of whatever state you're in, but be accountable. Everyone makes mistakes, but there's nothing worse when people make mistakes and they don't want to be accountable for it. And number 10, for the 10th tip is be consistent with your brand. Your brand is your reputation. Be consistent with that. Be the same person at all time. Be a positive person and enjoy the privileges that come with being an attorney. Thank you.